But let's move on, unfortunately, to our first subject. Schwarber was non-tendered by the Cubs. That means he was cut by the Cubs. I guess they could actually re-sign him, but like you would have done that for $8 million or $9 million, whatever it was. You would have not gotten rid of him. Also getting rid of Albert Almora, which is weird because I've been wanting them to get rid of Albert Almora for a while now, and then they finally do it, and then that same day they get rid of my favorite player on the team. So it sucks. He's most likely going to go to the AL where there's a DH, which I don't know if the NL is going to.
The NL's probably going to keep the
which,
DH.
Which would be.
From last I heard,
which would just be our luck with that, and then.
Yeah, seriously.
So, boys, Boomy, I'll go with you first. What are your thoughts on the whole thing?
Man, it sucks. I mean,
Why
like
do you think
you said, this. I truly think, and I've said this for a while, I think they're trying to cut money somewhere,
which is weird because
it's
of all the places.
I hate it because it's billionaires complaining about not having money. That drives me nuts.
It's not like he was taking on a huge contract. That's what I don't get. Like that's a great deal for a guy that can hit 40-something home runs every year for $8 million to go play your left field, which he's done pretty well at for the last few years.
Yeah, he's gotten better.
I know the average is usually not there. He takes a lot of walks. He sees a lot of pitches. But this really took me by surprise today.
Yeah, this one especially hurt because, as you know, I go to a lot of the Cubs minor league games with my dad, and we were there in Kane County when he first got there. Him and Elmore, I believe, were both in Kane County at one point. So we got to see these guys literally come up from when they were 22 and 19 years old. So yeah, Elmora going, it doesn't hurt the Cubs as much, but it is one of those, you see those guys climb up the ranks and you see them win World Series and you see what they've done in the city, especially, with, their different organizations and stuff, their different groups and charities. And, you grow attached to a guy and you don't completely agree with why they're letting him go. It makes it especially tough. It's just, it's hard to see. And I'm not a fan of what's going on. And I really hope that, the Ricketts have some sort of plan, because as of right now, this just seems like billionaires crying about not having money, which doesn't sit anywhere with me.
I don't like it. Maddie, thoughts?
Well, I don't know. I had a weird connection issue there. I had to drop off for a second. I don't know if it was me or if it was you guys or what.
We missed you. We missed you a lot.
All right. Well, if you didn't hear me swearing at my iPad, then that's a good thing, I guess. But anyway. No, I'm with Boomy. I think it's a bad look for the Cubs in general, and the organization as a whole. It's a productive player for $8 million. It's a one-year gamble, coming off a bad year. The way I look at it, I think if anything, the Cubs have more to gain by shot at him. Plug in the spot. They need a productive hitter there. Because he was so integral in the 2016 World Series, coming off the ACL injury early in the season, the way he came back. Such a shot in the arm when they were able to use him in Cleveland as the DH in that series. It sucks. It sucks. The 15 homer against the Cardinals that just sat on the roof of under the video board at Wrigley. It's
2016 World Series. He tore his ACL at the beginning of the year. Came back at the end of the year, was a huge part of that comeback.
Yeah.
I mean,
the ball he put into the Allegheny in Pittsburgh. I mean, just stuff like that, dude. It's just, I mean, he is a very legendary player for the Cubs in a lot of ways. That for a team that maybe fell short from expectations that they had the way they started, because they won it so early in their run in that Coors run. So it sucks in that regard, but I really think that whoever's going to get him is going to get a very good player at a very good discount, and it's low risk, high reward for anybody who takes a flyer on him.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Sad to see him go, but hopefully like I said, he'll have a great career wherever he lands. And maybe one day we'll see him back in
the boy can hit
Chicago
the piss out of a baseball.
Sure can. Exit velo for days.
Yes.
It's very sad for me.